Munch was supposed to be on PS2. I remember having a sticker that said Munch's Oddysee coming to PlayStation 2. Then it became an Xbox exclusive back in the day, didn't it?
That was purely. There was also rumours going around saying that the reason it happened is because Microsoft paid Oddworld a massive fat paycheck to switch sides. Bullshit.
There was also rumours that it wasn't the PS2 wasn't easy to program for, and they didn't want to bling it out on that platform. And Xbox was
that is the exact reason.
Is that the reason? Is that actually
that
why?
Was the exact reason. That is the exact reason. Because the original programming team at Oddworld Inhabitants, who did Abe's Oddysee and Abe's Exodus, were working on Munch. Those guys only ever written 2D games before, and here they go. So they've been told to do 3D stuff. And no disrespect to those guys, they didn't get it. And Microsoft said, "Look, this is the new system we're working on. It's basically a PC in a box. We know you guys have already got Munch running on a PC for development purposes.
Why not bring it here?
Yeah,
and then you can do it.
PS2. Yeah, and that was the basic.
Now that you sort of mentioned that transition from 2D to 3D, like when playing, like you said that the people who worked on a 2D game were now developing a 3D game, so that they were out of their comfort zone. Now you saying that, now thinking back to when I've played Munch's Oddysee, because I'd never played it on the Xbox, I've played the HD, it kind of has that feel to it, like it is actually the old games, but it's just been brought out into 3D, the spacious areas. Now that you say that...
I mean, there was some things which the translation didn't work for at all. I mean, you remember the original 2 games, there was a certain type of mine.
Yeah, the mine.
Where you basically, you couldn't get past it because it's a 2D.
But in 3D, you could just walk around it, couldn't you?
Yeah. So what they had to do was, they basically did the opposite of that. They created a path which was free and put mines everywhere to make that path. It was the opposite mechanic. But what happened with Munch was, once they switched to Xbox, they were still a few months away from release. The game wasn't going the way it was meant to go. It was probably going to miss launch. So they brought in some new programming guys. I think 4 or 5 of them came in and replaced most of the original programming team. And they basically rewrote the entire game effectively in 9 months. 10 months effectively. And those guys stayed with Oddworld to the very end, until 2005. They wrote the Stranger's Wrath engine. They wrote Stranger's Wrath, those guys. There's Charles Bloom, who's the lead on it, a guy called Dave Moore, Thatcher Ulrich, Drew Card, and Mark Hernandez, to name 5 of them. And those 5 guys, actually, when we started in the PS3 version, we spoke to those guys, and they helped us no end to understand some of the technology and tools. I mean, for example, we were using a system called SVN for our source control when we started it, but then we found out the whole build tools for Stranger were built on and into Perforce version control systems. So we had to switch to Perforce to be able to build game data. And if we didn't ask those guys, we would have been
staring at the code,
scratching our heads for months. So those guys were fantastic. So they stayed through from Munch all the way through Stranger's Wrath, and the start of Vangus Claw.